where we feature unique professions in Singapore you might not have heard of and help you learn a little bit more about their trade. So expect some really cool information, some games, and we've also got vouchers to give away, so make sure to check out our pinned comments below. I'm Gladys, your host for this show, and today we have another super unique profession. So today I'm not gonna give it away. Make a guess, okay? Also, if you guys have liked and shared, please let me know in the comments and also say hi. Today's gonna be quite fun because I think this profession has been around for very long, but not everybody is aware. So I'm gonna show you a picture right now. Can you guess what her profession is? This is a very unassuming photo, but I think maybe not the profession, but probably you can tell what brand this is, right? I think it's quite obvious. So I'm not gonna give you all a lot of time, okay, because we've got a lot of fun things happening today. If you know what her profession is, let me know in the comment section below. But if not, I'm gonna give you a hint. Definitely it's related to food. There's some painting involved. If you guys guessed food stylist, you're right. So today we have Singapore's very own food stylist here with us. Let's welcome Jess.
Hi, I'm Jezreel and I've been a food stylist for 13 years.
13 years is a very, very long time. Thank you for joining us to share with us about
Thank you
your
for
profession.
having me.
I think it's very, very interesting because you mentioned that it's been around for very long, but it wasn't that popular in the past.
Yes, it wasn't that popular in the past, and also because it was not the internet days then that people know about food stylists, and yeah, so it's more of a very, I think more like in America, Australia, but in Singapore, maybe there is, but it's not so educated then.
Okay, so today we're going to make sure that all of us gets educated because Jess has a lot of knowledge and experience to share. Dave is right, food stylist. Hi Tony, thanks for liking and sharing. To the rest of you guys as well, keep on liking and sharing, okay? So we have some photos to help explain what a food stylist is. Actually, this was provided by Jess. So you guys can take a look at some of these images to get a glimpse and insight to what is the product of a food stylist. Okay, we have a set of photos. You can check it out. I think it was quite interesting. This is behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, it was behind the scenes. This is one of the briefs that the client said they wanted the paper folded as neatly as possible and to see the logo. So yeah, the art department.
You did origami that day.
Yes, kind of. We did a cheat on that.
So a food stylist doesn't just involve like arranging the food, it involves like even the packaging.
Yeah, so we do also food packagings. Like all those that you see for instant noodles, you see them on the shelves. All those food, we do them as well. Yeah.
Okay, let's check out the next few photos. Is that a glare? Is that a oops, caught in action?
Yeah, it was a caught in action thing. We did for Cadbury, India, and we had to do like maybe 2 weeks in advance preparation work to just like melting and making the chocolate from scratch.
Huh? Why from scratch?
So as in, because this is actually for a packaging shoot, and when it's so small, the camera cannot capture the details.
So you need to make it yourself?
Yeah, so we actually custom make a mold, a solid mold that costs about like 4 figures. Yeah, and we slowly melted every single chocolate, and the production was about 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It sounds like a food stylist encompasses a lot of things. So how would you describe what your job is in a short sentence?
I always tell people, I mean, a lot of people don't really understand what a food stylist is. I always tell them, I just make food look good on camera.
Okay, let's see the next one.
Oh yeah, this was for Bread Talk Group, Thai Mong Chai. We were doing dumplings, or rather,
粽子.
bajang. And this bajang had to stay looking pretty for a good 8 hours.
Was it real bajang?
Yes, it was a real bajang, but we kind of hand mold it to the shape that the client liked.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's probably empty bajang, and kind of mold it and we pin down all the ingredients so that it looks nice. Because normally when you have all the ingredients wrapped up together and you open up, everything just squash. Yeah, and the brief normally to clients is that when they hire you, they want to see the ingredients that are very nice. So yeah, we kind of pin it up and make them look pretty for 8 hours.
So I guess like basically what you guys see in a lot of like your food advertisements and your video advertisements, even though it looks very nice, it wasn't very nice right from the start. There's actually like a lot of preparation to make it look good.
It was.
So we see a lot of these behind the scenes really, right? I think it will help our viewers if they can see what the food looks like in its final stage. Okay, we check out our next set of photos so you can see what it looks like. Realize that we have we have the same color scheme today, uncoordinated, unplanned. So this is what the food actually looks like when it's done.
Yes, it is.
When it's done styling.
This was with one of the photographers, Wilfred, and for Royal Umbrella. So they were doing like different dialect groups and their specialty cooking with rice. Yeah, so the Royal Umbrella client. Which was actually one of my favorite. It's very modern looking these days, which I'm really pleased that client actually goes toward that direction than rather the traditional food styling. So it's a cleaner appeal, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like this is an aesthetic that's very popular nowadays.
Yes, it is.
We have a question. Tony is asking, what skills do you need to be a food stylist? 审美观要很好。
I think it's more like you need to have culinary skills. You need to know how to cook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to know the science behind food, because if not, you'll be another obstacle to like, oh, how am I going to cook the chicken, and is the chicken ready? You know, that kind of thing. So you need to have a basic culinary skills. Then when you progress onto like food styling, it's actually a bonus for you.
So would you say you're a good cook? You don't have to be humble. You can let us know the truth.
We normally don't season our food so often because nobody's going to eat it. So yeah, so it's kind of like a occupational hazard. Yes, sometimes it looks good, and then when you go home and you eat it, and like, oh, it's like bland food. Yeah.
This is why they say do not judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We go to our next one. These are actually some of her favorite stylized food items, right?
It is.
Okay, come, let's go to the next one. What? This is very pretty.
This was for Tong Heng, the bakery in Chinatown. So we were commissioned, and they had commissioned by STB. So it was like bringing back the tradition, and they were supposed to showcase all their different pastries that they have. So we were quite challenged in a sense that you want to display everything, and yet at the same time,
make it look appealing.
Yeah, make it look appealing. So we decided to do a class photo for it.
Oh, so this idea of like arranging it is your idea, and
Yes.
like you have to kind of like plan how to present the food and pitch it to the client.
Some of these are more freestyle. So as long as like client present it to you, if they buy the concept after you arrange it, then yeah, we continue the shot. Yeah, some of these clients are more free play. They allow us. Well, some of them we have to follow exactly what is being drawn out by the creative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this client, they are very free play and very open about it.
Wow, okay. Well, Dave has a question. What are the kinds of food that are easy to style and which are more challenging? Actually, that was my question as well.
I won't say the easiest food, because to me, sometimes a lot of people will say, oh, this is very easy to shoot. Like maybe a glass of drink, you know, like a drink standing in there, kind of thing. But actually, there's more than that. Like just imagine a bubble tea. And if you were to see like bubble tea photos outside, normally you'll be like, oh, how come the bubbles actually float on top of it? But on actual fact, we actually have to like put a lot of things just to prop it up, and yet at the same time, you cannot see through the glass.
So nothing is easy lah, basically. What looks easy is not easy as well?
Kind of. I won't say there's anything easy.
What is the most difficult? Ice cream? No.
I actually like shooting ice cream a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very challenging, and I enjoy the challenge that when it looks very real. Yeah. I think you can see the next.
Okay, we see our next one. We see our next photo. You can let us know which was the more challenging one.
This one.
This one looks so fun though, because you get to see, these are like the ingredients in the drink, right?
Yes, this was done quite a while back, but it was still one of my classic favorite because we literally had to arrange all the items to that round, we call mold that was given so that we don't go off track. Because to arrange it, we actually need like a so-called a ruler to make sure that the pies are all straight, and they have to be cut in a certain fashion. So like maybe you have to find like the smallest tomato, and then you slowly arrange it to the size to make sure it fits into that pie diagram. Yeah, so this took a while, and yeah, it was actually quite a big scale. It's like probably this big.
Oh, but it just looks smaller on the photo.
Yeah, it looks smaller on the photo, and because like some people think that this is actually all Photoshop, but it's actually real.
So why do you not Photoshop it? Why do you use real ones?
Because if you Photoshop, you will not be able to get the shadows and all the details of the food. Like when they do actually like comb everything in together, if you look carefully, you will not be able to get certain angles of the fruit, which is why sometimes when they cut it and they shoot it, it's actually the best form.
Okay.
And Photoshop takes actually a lot more work. Yeah, a lot of people say, oh, you can Photoshop me into like maybe prettier or skinnier, that kind of thing. Same goes for food. Yeah.
Okay, next photo. I think we have like, what, 2 more, is it? In this one? Let's check it out. Come on. Wow, this one looks so pretty. It looks like we're ready for Christmas.
Yeah, this was what we did for Orange Clove last year with one of the photographers, Benny Tan. And his wife, Ada, actually did the whole design and layout for this. And we wanted to do this whole Christmas theme, Mystic Christmas.
Oh,
yeah,
I
so
can see it.
It was a very something different from Christmas rather than the usual, the red theme and the green theme. They managed to pull it off quite well. Yeah, so this year they are doing something also quite special.
Oh, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have another one? I cannot remember how many photos we have. Okay, but either ways, we have a question. This is everybody's question. How can I make my food pictures attractive? That's the best question to ask a food stylist, really, because I always fail at it.
If you want to like go to a restaurant, I think unless you want to start like touching it and making it look nice, then by the time you want to eat, the food is cold. I won't suggest that, but normally people are just like, if you can find a space in a restaurant by the window, that will be the best. And you take it with natural light without any filter. I mean, if you want to do the filter later, then do it later. But as long as it's natural light, I think that's the best lighting to shoot food. And yeah, keep it simple. And if you can't, for me, myself personally, I will go really, really close to the food, like almost, I don't even see the bowl. Yeah, I mean, to me, that is the nicest because that actually explains the elements and of the food and everything. Yeah, that's my take. Although I play with food almost every day. Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a good tip. So guys, you can try it out, and if it's good, you can let her know. If it's not, also let her know. Dave asked a very good question though. Are there any changes to your work or like the way you style food over the past 2 years? No, I think it's just about COVID. Like any changes to your work because of COVID in the past 2 years?
For us, I believe in like during circuit breaker, everyone is not allowed to work. Then slowly after circuit breaker, we kind of all picked up a bit more. Yeah, because clients still have campaigns to get going. So it was it slowly picked back up quite quickly. Yeah.
Okay, and I guess like because I would say like how you mentioned, Photoshop there are limits, whereas like if you actually sort of like stylize it, there are a lot of benefits. So your job would always be necessary in a sense.
I mean, you can't find the same piece of like say for example chicken or like the same turkey and then you try to find a turkey and try to put in there, and then by the time you find all the ingredients to put the props in, it must as well you just do it from scratch.
Okay. Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, so guys, thank you for all your questions. Okay, if you guys just joined us, right? Thanks for joining us on the show, and please help us to like and share this video out so that more people can enjoy and also learn all her unique tips. But we also have vouchers that we are giving away. So make sure after you like and share, comment down below your questions you have for Jazz, okay, about food styling or anything related to food or styling, and let us know in the comment section below. We actually had like some photos that we wanted to share with you of her favorite works, and these also kind of just let us know like more about how her job is like. So let's check out some of these photos. I think it's interesting because the ones that we are seeing now are photos. We can actually have the first photo up, by the way. Yeah, we see these as photos, but actually you do videos as well, right?
Yeah, we do videos as well. So this is actually for Subway menu board. Yeah, it's one of my favorite because in terms of like salads and you see salad in a different light, and to me I think it's more like an art. Yeah, I mean I see food as art, but I guess not almost everybody. Maybe the chefs do see food as art as well.
But for them, it has to be tasty as well.
Yes.
For you, sometimes you forget to add salt.
I forget to add salt, or maybe you can find like some tissue paper or something underneath just to prop them up. Yeah.
Never eat food from a food stylist.
Yes.
Maybe.
And I think it's a
good tip lah.
good tip, and I think most people would know.
That's quite interesting. Okay, let's check out the next one. But that is a very aesthetic photo.
Yeah.
Continuing from our Subway collection.
Yeah. This was, imagine how much stacks. I mean, because it clearly shows that it's a meat stack, and the amount of meat that I actually layered on the whole bun was almost like gonna tilt forward kind.
Yeah, that's not the amount of meat I get at the store. Actually.
Oh, this was a special campaign that they did when they had like 4 to 5 different kinds of meat all stacked in together. Yeah, so...
Is that like how it actually looks like? Is everything there real?
Yes, everything there is real. It's probably only... they will probably like shorten the bun so that it looks more symmetrical.
So do you like paint anything? Like
we paint...
Cheese got so orange one?
No, the cheese is original. Yeah, original. How it is in the store. We would kind of maybe oil the meats and then freshen up the vegetables. Yeah, melt the cheese.
Okay.
Sometimes clients were like, oh, maybe the cheese they want it a bit longer. Yeah, and then that will leave it to the Photoshop.
Okay, so this comes this question. I think it's quite unique. What techniques do you use to make the food look appetizing? Like when I make my own sandwich, it doesn't look like that. So how do you do it? Or is it more like experience and you have to practice, then slowly you make it look delicious?
It's more experience, and also we don't overcook it. Yeah, and we keep the food to its best optimal temperature. Yeah.
Temperature?
Yeah, temperature. So for example, if like certain vegetables, they cannot be like too hot or they will wither away.
Oh, yes.
Yes, or like even, for example, this one, because it's so heavy, the vegetables will get squashed. Then we'll have to put like something behind just to
that's why you don't eat it after the shoot.
No, you don't eat it. Because I think half of it at the back is probably a lot of things holding it on.
Tissue paper, credit card.
No credit card.
Okay, let's check out the next photo. I think this is a very bad option because it makes me very hungry.
Can go and eat after.
This one looks quite different.
This was also quite similar to the previous one. Yeah, and so we actually had to find like different berries and literally put it into each fraction.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like quite massively big. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see the next one. But I think it's unique though. Did you come up with the idea yourself?
No, the idea for that came up by the agency. Yeah.
And what is this?
This was actually for National Library Board, and they wanted to show the ASEAN map using spices.
Oh wow, that's very unique.
Yeah, so we actually kind of having to draw out the Southeast Asia map and literally put like all the spices on it. and like glue it on and then slowly put it in the haystack so that to represent. And I mean, like they have to be accurate to see that this is Asia, this is Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam kind of thing. So each
Wow.
spice actually represent different countries. Yeah.
So what do these spices represent?
I think it's the spice trade kind of thing. So yeah, I cannot really remember why they actually did that, but
But they essentially represent countries.
yeah, they essentially, I mean, not like specific countries, but they just wanted to use spices to make the whole ASEAN, the Southeast Asia countries.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, let's go to our next one. I think it's quite interesting. And then you also shared that you have quite a few recent works, right? That are already out.
Yes, I do. So this was for Tai Sing Food Industries, and because Tai Sing has been around for a while, and they wanted to do something different to kind of represent all the local foods around Singapore. And they kind of came out with all the different spices. This is for prawn mee, and the photographer Benny Tan, he actually came out with a concept. And with this actually won quite a number of awards as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so we had like the prawn mee, there is like sambal, prawns, and curry chicken, and a few others.
Wow, quite unique. That is so cool. So guys, you see we have a lot of local talent in Singapore. You are looking at the woman today who has won a number of awards for her food styling.
No,
Okay. don't need to be humble, that's the truth. We go to our next photo. Let's see. Come on, next photo.
Yeah, so there is the chicken rice seasoning where Tai Sing did the I think they had the ginger sauce for the chicken rice. Yeah, so they wanted to represent this as the ginger sauce for their chicken rice, and that's when they came out with the chicken rice concept. Yeah,
Okay.
so he drew out everything and proposed to the client, and then
So this one you just need to replicate what was in the drawing.
yeah, we'll try to replicate as close. For some of them, for this kind of like concept ones, we will try to replicate as close, and then we will get the food and try to style it to its best. Because chicken rice normally, this is what you get in stores, but when you
Yeah.
bring it to the studio, it normally come out like a whole jigsaw that you have to piece it back together.
So do you cook it or do you buy it?
Sometimes I cook them, sometimes we buy them.
Then this one do you cook or buy?
This one we bought a whole chicken and we started like
So
chopping
you
it
chop
up.
yourself. And So if you're a food stylist, basically you can also make your own hawker store, make your own restaurant, make your own.
Open my own supermarket.
Yeah, but it's probably better for people who need to eat healthy because no seasoning, no flavoring.
Clean.
Yeah. Okay, next photo. This is quite interesting because I think a lot of us don't know like why food looks so good, but there's actually like a whole team behind it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and they don't, and maybe like we don't realize that actually there's a lot of effort and preparation that goes into making something look so tasty. I mean, like look at this photo, it looks so good. If someone saw this, very likely they will visit the restaurant or the shop.
Yeah, so these are all under the Tai Sing Food and Industry collection. Yeah, so they were doing the miso paste, which they are selling. So they did this for the concept to sell, and they are going to actually put it in their packaging as well.
Oh.
So it's a 2-in-1, they kill 2-in-1 stones. I mean,
yeah, like it kind of you make full use of the value.
yes, it is, it is. But it's still one of my few favorite series, given that like, you know, as a photographer, just like, okay, I'm just going to submit for an award.
That's true. Okay, we see our next one. All these have a sort of like traditional feel, but it still looks kind of modern.
Modern and yet rustic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one.
It's the same,
It's
under
the whole
same collection,
series,
right?
yes.
It looks so good.
There was the other one, where's the Kung Pao chicken.
I never put like all of the photos in
Oh,
because
okay.
there's like quite a lot of things that we wanted to share.
I feed you with a lot.
No, I think it's great because then everybody can see like what your job involves. Like, yeah, this is the final product that we always see in ads, but like what's the effort that goes behind it? What's the preparation? I mean, if you look at her, at what she wears to work, it's a very comfortable outfit. It is not as glamorous as the photo because there's a lot of like painting involved, preparation. If you
The
need to
star
fry
is the food.
something, yeah. Okay. Do we have another one? Let me see. But if not, right, I think it's quite interesting because every time I looked at these kinds of food, right, I always thought that a lot of them were fake foods.
Yeah, I think that's a misconception. Like, you know, every time when people ask me, oh, you are a food stylist, so what kind of fake food do you make? For me, I do make some fake food, but generally I like to stick close to the nature and then use as whole food as possible. Given that, because if I start doing fake food, I won't be able to sleep before my shoot. I'll be like preparing fake food after fake food. Yeah.
Okay.
So real food is still the
I don't
best.
know which video I saw in the past, right? Where they were telling me how like the foods that you see in advertisement are fake. Like, oh, when it's so cheesy, when you can really stretch the cheese, like that's not real. That's like, yeah, I don't know where I saw. So it got me to believe that all of the stuff that I saw in ads were not real.
I think, yeah, sometimes they do use fake food. I mean, previously they used like oil. Instead of oil, they used like what do you call that? The engine oil.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
So in the olden days, because they were using like film, they were shooting on film, they are unable to like so-called edit out certain things or like redo a new pancake kind of thing. Yeah. So previously when they shoot film is very precious, right? But now it's like video. Okay, no, next take, you know, and then you have like new pancakes kind of thing. So then I think people resort to fake food. I mean, like different forms of elements to do the food. But now, most of the time, I try to keep it real.
I guess stereotypes are meant to be broken. Maybe in the past, like there was some fake food,
Yeah,
but now increasingly
they probably have a
people use-
reason why. But now these days,
people use more real food.
Yes.
So how would you like ratio or like percentage real foods and fake foods for you?
I would say 80% real food, 20% fake food. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, you know that ice creams are fake.
I don't know that.
Ice creams are mainly fake. Yeah, because they don't hold out that long. Imagine I had to shoot ice cream in a hot sun.
Yeah.
And eating ice cream. Then ice cream, by the time you bring from the kitchen to like the set, it's all melted already.
So what is the ice cream I see in the advertisements? Oh no, some of my favorite brands.
Mainly all ice creams, we try to use fake ones.
Like
Just
what,
like
you
a dummy.
add flour,
Like,
then you put water, make it
some
a
people,
dough.
yeah, that's like a trade secret.
Ooh. Okay, so what are the top 3 fake foods that we have, that we always see in advertisements? You don't need to tell us how you make it. Just break our hearts right now and let me know.
Ice blend drink,
Ice blend drinks.
yeah. Like a Slurpee.
Oh.
Like a Slurpee. You have ice cream, sundaes, a Christmas turkey. It's probably only 40% cooked, but it looks fully cooked in pictures.
Why you paint it?
Yeah, we paint them.
Oh.
We paint them so
Wow.
that they look plump and they don't wrinkle up. Because normally when you put it in the oven and it comes out, it's all wrinkled.
Oh
and
yes.
Yeah,
And then if it's out like with all your lights, it just dries up even faster. So you
Yes.
don't. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think the popular one will be cereals, but we don't shoot cereals in Singapore. Cereals that we use glue for milk.
Huh?
Yeah, because if you put the cereals in the milk, they'll start to get soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you have a bowl of glue and then they just put the cereals in. So that they just kind of like the cereals are like crispy and fresh throughout the entire shoot.
Wow. You know, right, I think even if you like share this, right, nobody would know how to make it because we just cannot imagine like glue and cereal, how they actually look good together. So, wow, I'm so amazed. Like white school glue.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Now we know. Never be tempted by cereal advertisements again.
No, but it makes you want to eat it.
Yeah, I mean it did. Now, okay lah, I think it still will lah. That's why you see their job is not easy.
Yeah, I mean, we come out with all sorts of things that makes it sustain. I mean, like, to look good in camera and stay there pretty until the shoot ends.
There's another stereotype. So the first one was what we talked about. A lot of people think that there's a lot of fake foods in advertisements, or at least a lot of the people around me think so. But there was another one, which was that a lot of people think that it's a very glamorous job because food stylists, right? I mean, they're styling food. They're probably dressed up like stylists, very fashionable, like fun. You can like how Instagram overlays. It's very popular nowadays, right? Aesthetic, trendy. So they think it's a very glamorous job. Is that true?
No. 100% not true. As in, for me, no. Because you won't want to look like dressy, wear a dress, and then you go to a shoot, and you'll be like cooking maybe 100 burger patties and like oily and greasy. You just want to be comfortable when you're doing that. And yeah, sometimes when you have set that you probably have to be on the floor shooting, and you have to climb up and down. Yeah, no, it's not that glamorous.
So I was digging around, right, and I found some more photos to show you guys that it's not the most glamorous job, even though it is a very exciting one. Okay, so these are some of the photos to show you guys what it is like behind the scenes. We had some already, but I felt like those were quite chill. So here are more. I think it is number 6. Yeah, not this one. This one is the front face. We want to see the back face now.
Backstage.
Yeah, let's go to our 6th photo. Number 6. Somehow the photo matches our color scheme as well.
Yeah, and this one they actually had to paint the backdrop for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
But not you. Like someone else prepared like the.
Yeah, sometimes it's art department. I mean, like sometimes we do that as well. But these days, no, I don't do this. Normally they will have like people coming in to like, okay, we'll get you the backdrop. But normally it's the photographer who is in charge of the backdrops.
The photographer.
Oh. Yeah, and we will be the one who is getting. Sometimes we do get the props, we get the food, and some other miscellaneous.
So do you do more print ads or do you do more video ads?
A mixture of both.
Like a good mixture.
A good mixture, but mainly my strength is more the print side.
Oh, what is the difference between these two?
I think it's more like for videos, you probably, if you were to complete a 30-second commercial that you see on screen, that would take you like a whole day's work.
Okay.
And it may be like a 15, 16-hour day that we'll be like trying to complete all the different scenes, and each scene, I mean, a storyboard, like maybe a 30-seconder, we will have to do 20 different scenes to piece them up together. So that's a lot more work as compared to, I mean, print has a different side because print has a lot more details.
Oh, because like they're taking photos, they can go closer.
Yes, I mean, the photo is just there and you can see all the flaws with just like, if you just keep staring at it. Yeah, but whereas motion is like really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, I mean, there are different kinds. There are some like, you see those food porn where they have like the close-up of food, where all the different the split seconds of food. Those are also more intensive.
So do you have a preference? Or you like them all?
I like the challenge, so not really a preference.
Okay, and then this one is...
this was for Gem Mall when they first opened, and they were like celebrating a National Day thing. So if you look at the word food, they are real food. They are not like Photoshop, and they were cut out into like an acrylic, and I have to piece them up together to form the word, each individual word. Yeah. So aesthetically, and the background was all rice, like raw rice, and I think there was like maybe a good 25 kilos of rice wasted for this. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, just to make sure that it looks natural, even though it's in a pan, but it's actually a very big set.
Yeah, it sounds like a big work.
Yes, it was.
Okay, let's go to our next photo. I think the next one is the one that is the BTS. So we're gonna check it out. Oh yeah, this is how it... Wow, it's bigger than you.
Yes, it was. It was really bigger than me.
Wow. So how do you stretch all the way in?
So
to
we
adjust
shot
the
them
center?
individually. Like I did, it was on an acrylic, so they went to laser cut each individual alphabet. I laid the foot on, and then we put it in, and we had aligned it as well.
Oh.
And then slowly we fill in with the word one nation, and then fill in with all the rice.
Wow.
And yet at the same time, I think like because there were many hands trying to make the rice look nice, and then in the end my partner, because she had a very gentle hands, so she was the only one that had to slowly make sure that all the rice are evenly but naturally spread out. Because everyone like, okay, my rice this direction, and then that rice that direction. So the camera kind of captures everything, and then they go like, oh, cannot. So it has to be that one person who spreads out all the rice nicely.
Oh my goodness, all the effort that we go through just to
Yeah,
that
so
you go
after
through for the
finishing
photo.
the shoot, I was just like, okay, pour the rice away and then throw away.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
If
but
we
it was
thought
still-
that like Instagram food overlays were tiring, well, I think this is a bigger project.
Yes, it was.
Okay, let's see our next photo. I think today I feel like there's a 10-second lag.
Oh yeah,
What? You look very happy.
I look very happy because one table is never enough for me.
Much
As
food.
many tables as you give us, every table will be filled. So this is an inside joke. Like a lot of people ask, "Oh, do you need more table space?" I was like, "Oh, never mind, it's okay." And then I think by the end of the shoot, our food will be seen every corner of the studio. Because like, you know, as more food is being churned out, then we're like, okay, we got no space, we have to put this table here and that space.
Yeah, I can really see there's a lot of food going on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see another BTS. I think we have one or two more BTS photos.
The one that I think is on the story.
I can't remember. Let's check out our next photo. Oh, don't have any. Oh, this is our last one. Okay, so I think this really shows inside lah. There's a lot of work that goes into the behind the scenes for a nice photo.
Yes, it does. Just like I think for makeup or I think or people who are like athletes, they work really hard to.
Yeah, I guess the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was this video that I saw that Jess shared with me. I wanted to show y'all. Okay, we can check it out now. When I saw this, right, I was quite curious. Let's play the
Which
video. Yeah, I was like, wow, a big set. A lot of things going on. So I would like to ask, is it all real? Is the cheese real? Like, there
Make
was
a
so
guess?
much smoke. Yeah, like how do you make that? If they need to do it again, how do you have the same?
Then
smoke
we
come
have
out?
to do it again.
So what, you make another
Another set of pizza. Yeah. This was, we took this is because the island table was very high. So in order to kind of do the cheese pool, I was like literally climbing on top of
Yeah,
the
I
table
noticed.
and having to do the pool. But because this was for ankle cheese, this client actually, their cheese has been like, they call it like extra stretch cheese. So we were able to use real cheese
Oh,
to
because
do
their
it.
cheese is that good.
Yes, so it's like they
Ooh.
claim that, you know, after 5 minutes of using this cheese, you can still stretch the cheese. So that was like when we're doing this video, we're trying to sell like they have this special extra stretch
Wow,
cheese.
imagine how much pizza came out for that shoot.
Yeah, quite a bit, but they are all real cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to our next video. I think that one is quite cool as well. Okay, let's just play it.
Oh yeah.
I thought this one looked quite fun because at the end I saw this really big tub
Uh-huh.
and I wonder what it was.
Yeah. So this is actually for Cadbury client, and it was quite a cool set because I had the experience of doing 3 different sets at one time,
Oh.
which is like, you know, you have different angles. So that particular mess there was actually to represent chocolate splashes.
Oh, but it was orange. I thought it was cheese.
No, I think it's probably they had to tweak it, but because of the lighting, it will go back to chocolate color. So they kind of have to do a canvas with that tub in the center, and they had to throw different kind of elements. It can be a coin, it can be a ball bearing, or a stone, just to get that splash, just to capture the splash coming out. Therefore, the mess.
Oh.
But that's not chocolate.
That's not chocolate, then what is it? I mean, I'm glad that chocolate didn't go to waste, but...
I guess, like I say, you know, there's like a lot of science behind food. Sometimes you need to know the viscosity of it. That's actually pain.
Wow, so guys, now we know pain and chocolate has the same viscosity. Sort of. No, like, I'm pretty sure y'all had to like do something.
Yeah,
to
we
make
kind
it
of
work.
like some thinning out because like if it's slightly thicker, we will not get a certain kind of splash. If it's thinner, then you know the splash is nicer, less fierce, and yeah.
Okay.
So that took like maybe about 200-300 shots just to get a particular.
Like the effect that they wanted,
Yes.
right? That splash, that they have this particular splash in their head, so they just keep
Correct.
doing it until they get it. Oh wow. Okay, I think this was really quite cool. So we are just gonna have like a very quick game. I call it the rapid fire game. Basically, you have to the goal. Currently, nobody has been able to do it. You have to answer 15 questions in
Okay.
1 minute. So essentially, you have 4 seconds per question, including me asking you. So it's very difficult. I don't know why I gave you all such a difficult task, but
Okay.
yeah. So you gotta be quick, right?
Okay.
And
I'll try.
yeah, we just try. It's gonna be fun. Okay, are we ready with the timer? Ready? Yeah. So when I start asking you, play the timer. Okay. And go. Asian food or Western food?
Asian
Food styling for print ads or video ads?
video.
Pet peeve.
Pet peeve. Fake food.
Favorite food to work with?
Ice cream.
One of the most difficult food to style.
Bacang.
Favorite food stylist?
Favorite food stylist. Denise in LA. Denise Vivaldo.
Favorite color?
White.
Go to work outfit.
Jeans and t-shirt.
One misconception about food stylists.
Look glamorous all the time.
Easiest food to style. Time is running.
Hot dog.
Best country to learn food styling.
USA.
One fact about food stylists.
Wow.
She's not getting it done. She's
I
got 4 more questions. And time is up. Okay. I guess you were doing really well until.
yeah, I know. Caught me for that.
Okay, I think you. Where did I get you at? One fact. Was it one fact about food stylists? Yes. What's one fact about food stylists?
Wow. We don't always do fake food.
Okay, I guess that's about. Okay, how about it? One word. Food styling is all about.
For me, realness, wholeness. Yeah.
One trait that most food stylists have.
Have to cook.
One of the most difficult foods to style. Wait, I already
I
asked you
didn't
that.
answer that.
Okay, then I guess you're done.
Oh, I didn't make it.
But you were very close. You were
Yeah, I
4
know.
questions.
You caught me in that question.
I feel like if you kept that pace, right, you would have been really, really close, or you would have finished the question.
I know. Maybe that one last question.
Yeah, maybe. Next time lah, huh?
Okay.
Okay, so now we had a game for Jess, right? Now she has a game for me.
Yes.
Which is she wanted me to guess which were real foods and which were fake foods.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, how many pictures do you have? 5, was it?
Yep.
Okay,
5.
let's see the first one. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do well in this, but guys, you can make a guess too.
Laughing cow cheese.
Real.
or not?
Real.
Fake. Because it melts so fast.
Oh, I thought it was like easy because you can just grab it from the
But
original
normally when you
packaging
open the
itself.
packaging, they have all the different the prints and the indent, and then when you open the edges are not sharp and they melt away.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 'Cause
Yeah.
my mom eats this.
So it has to be as sharp as.
Oh, so this is fake. Okay, next one. Wow, there's a lot of questions that I didn't see. Like, what is gingerbread cookies? Is it? What is this?
It's for Health Promotion Board, and they were trying to make a warrior bread man out of breads. So you have to guess whether the breads are real or not.
Real.
Yeah, real.
Right.
But I mean, like piecing them out and It was quite,
Oh, but it's so cool though.
yeah, and his hair was made of pasta.
Whoa. Okay, next one. This is actually quite fun. Did you guys get it right? Okay, I know this one because you already told me it's fake. All
Yes.
ice creams are fake.
Yes, it is fake.
Okay, another one.
And I think sometimes more, clients like to do that in 3D. Yeah.
In 3D.
So if you see some of the ads, they do like 3D manipulation. So you will get a very perfect ice cream. So we managed to nail that down using handmade. I mean, like hand squeeze and
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow. What is this?
different countries.
Yeah, I can see that. How do you make this?
Real food.
These are real?
Yes. But I think there's also some Photoshop involved in like shrinking maybe the crab that is in the center.
But the bulk of it is made from real food.
Yes.
Wow.
Still my favorite actually. Because you eat, the countries are so defined.
Yeah, it's very clear which countries these are.
Yeah.
Okay, is that the last one? I think so, right? Oh, one more.
One
Okay,
more.
one more. Let's go. Oh, I'm thinking cold stuff is hard to maintain, so fake.
Yes. It's fake.
Wow, okay. I think I know the trick now. Generally, cold stuff that melts quickly,
Yes.
probably fake.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was fun though. I think but I think another question that I had and also like a big part to why we started this show, right, was really to share about uncommon professions that we are not so familiar with, and also share how you made it sustainable for yourself. Because you said you've been in this industry for 13 years. She said that she's been working on food styling since the first iPhone came out. How long ago was that, guys? That's a very long time. So how have you made it sustainable for yourself?
I think it's more like constantly keeping up with trends, the different trends that's evolving, and working around it. Like, you have different clients who like very neat, OCD kind of looking food, or they are like those incidental mess where like there are spills and everywhere. So over the years, as like trends evolve, we kind of like, follow through and deliver what the client wants, basically.
So what is one trend right now? Because I have no idea what the trends are.
One trend, a lot of pop art, like,
Like colorful and
yeah, very stark. You have like maybe
contrasting colors.
very, very contrasting colors. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
But I think rustic has always been classic. Yeah. So through the years, it's always still rustic coming back.
So what's like one advice you would give to people who want to start as food stylists? Because I think she's been a freelancer for 13 years, and I think the thing about freelance careers is that a lot of times there are no schools. There's no is there a school for food styling?
No, it's probably just like master classes. Yeah, I mean,
So how do you start? Like what's your advice?
learn how to cook first. Because I graduated from a cooking school.
Oh.
Yeah, so there was like my advantage when after I graduated and kind of went to LA and continued to do food styling course, the master class, and then I came back. But coming back, you're like, okay, I nailed it, I'm gonna do it, kind of thing. But it's so different because there you have a lot of burgers, fries, and a lot of Western food. Whereas like Asian food are very soupy, very saucy,
Yeah.
a lot of brown food. There's not much salads to kind of
Make it look colorful.
make it look colorful or appealing. So it was a very different kind of. Even you have that course, you come back and you have to figure out all the different Asian foods as well, like maybe char kway teow.
So there's a lot of like learning and experimentation on your own.
Yes, and also to see what looks good on camera.
So who do you consult? Like, let's say like you're not sure about something. Do you just have to figure it out on your own, or is there someone that you can look for?
I'm probably my biggest critic because, after like a shoot ends, you will try to like, okay, look at the food and you will ask yourself like, what can I improve in the next shoot, or like what are the mistakes that I probably seen on myself, and then, you try not to do that again the next time when you're handling the same food.
Okay. Yeah, especially because you've been in this industry for so long, I would say that you are the 老jiao. So it makes more sense that people go to you for...
There's a lot more 老jiao
really?
around. Yes, there are some of them who are like 20 years or maybe 30, 40 years experience. Yeah.
So do you guys do like tier tour?
I mean, we know each other. I mean, some of them we still like, hey, hi, I can't do this job, I'll pass it on to you kind of thing.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That's nice. So there's a sort of like community.
Yes.
Okay. I think we had quite some questions.
Okay.
They've asked, who are your clients? Do you look for them or do they approach you?
I've been very blessed in the way that I don't actually go around asking, like knocking on doors and going to clients. But most of them, I'm always the supplier. I'm never like the direct. These days, I have more direct clients coming to me.
But a lot of times could be through agency.
Yes, a lot of times are through agency and a lot of times through word of mouth, and also my mom, who's also used to be in advertising agency.
So how long do you need to become a food stylist? This is a question from Tony. Like, you said you need to learn how to cook, right? And
yeah.
So how long do you need to practice or be on the job before you can consider yourself a food stylist?
I think first you need to learn how to cook. Secondly, you need to love food a lot. Because to have the knowledge and the science behind it. And you don't just like start out and, okay, I'm a food stylist, because it took me a while, maybe a good 2 years swimming around and trying to build your portfolio, because I think the portfolio is very important. People see your portfolio to gain confidence to give you the job.
So where can people find your portfolio?
My portfolio on my website, and yourgeylangserai.com or my Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some... This is an interesting question. Is this a viable lifelong career, and who are your competitors?
I don't see them as competitors. I actually feel like we are all individual artists. Like if clients like your style, they will go with you. And each individual food stylist have their own style that clients prefer to go to.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like you have different pieces of art, and if they are happy with your art, they will go with, your kind of style.
So how would you describe your style?
I try to do it as natural as possible, and in like more like incidental styling. You don't want to make it look like it's stout, or like maybe I kind of spend 2 hours trying to make it look pretty kind of thing. Yeah, and you also have to be at the same time portraying what the client sells. I think that's very important.
So what would you say, what has been one of your biggest challenge being a food stylist here in Singapore?
Biggest challenge? Wow.
Or it's been like, not say big, as not like you're just going through it as with everybody has problems in work, just go through it and it's okay.
I really enjoy what I do, so I don't see it as a challenge. But I mean, in terms of like sometimes you get jittery because you have to deliver a certain kind of...
And maybe there's like a fast, tight deadline.
Yes.
So how do you handle that?
We just have to keep practicing to get right.
So you don't have time. You just have to bite your teeth, go through it.
I mean, over the years with experience, we kind of know like what are the things that we have to avoid, and we kind of have to do a few research and development tests and trial to see like, okay, maybe this recipe doesn't work, then we try another different recipe and we modify accordingly.
So you don't actually go to the set not prepared. You kind of make sure that you sort of like know what you need to do. There are like some backup plans already, and then you go. So
correct.
In that sense, there's never like big challenges that you face that makes you feel like, oh no, I cannot continue this job anymore.
I think it comes with experience. I won't say like it's no when you initially first started off like, oh no, I can't do this and I can't do that. But I think after, through experience, you kind of, okay, we can tackle this with another different method or recipe. It can be that. Yeah. But I think someone asked about like who are the clients, right?
Yeah.
We don't, for my kind of styling, we're not very restaurant based. I mean, we still do for restaurant menus and stuff like that. We are more commercial food styling. So we have like Singapore Airlines, we have Jollibee, Haagen-Dazs, Maggi, Knorr, Nespresso, and like Orange Clove and 7-Eleven, or like supermarkets and McDonald's.
So it's more like commercial, what you see
Very
in
commercial,
ads, maybe
yes.
on TV, in big print.
Yes, big prints. Or like we also do travel for work as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's about it because we've had quite a lot of questions, but sadly we don't have a lot of time, guys. So if you guys have any more questions, I'm very glad you can actually contact Jess and ask her.
Yes,
Maybe you can
you
share
may.
with us your website link and your Instagram handle again.
Okay, it's Jazreel, Jazreel Chan.com, and my Instagram handle is Jazreel Food Styling.
That's right, guys. So if you have any questions about food styling, make sure to contact her. She'll be able to help you out. She's very, very friendly. But if not, thank you so much for joining us for today.
Thank
we are
you.
going to end it off. I will be choosing 2 very lucky giveaway winners. So today we have Dave and Tony. Congratulations. Make sure to DM me. Let me know your phone number, and we will pass you the vouchers after. DM me at GladysBYT on my Facebook page in order to get the vouchers. Other than that, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys learned more about another unique profession in Singapore that we might not have been familiar with. If you know anyone else who has a unique profession and would like to share, please let me know on my page as well at GladysBYT. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Jess, for coming down.
Thank you, Gladys.
to share.
Thank you for having me.
I think it was really, really fun. Have a good night, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.